Check, yes. A very good evening to all the respected judges of the Supreme Court, to all the esteemed members of the SCBA, the media, the lady members, the newly elected executive committee. I would request Mr. Dushyant Dave, the newly elected president of the SCBA, to kindly escort Hon'ble Mr. Justice T.S. Thakur, the Chief Justice of India, and Hon'ble Mr. Justice Vikramjit Sen, Judge Supreme Court of India, to the dais. Our young colleague, Ms. Shashi Juneja, to kindly come and present a bouquet of flowers to Hon'ble Mr. Justice Vikramjit Sen. Now I'd like to request Dr. Bhim Pratap Singh, Member Executive of the SCBA, to kindly come and present flowers to Mr. P.S. Narasimha, the learned Additional Solicitor General for India. I would also like to request my colleague, Ms. Kumudlata Das ji, to kindly present a bouquet on behalf of the entire SCBA and the EC to Mrs. Sen. Taking the event forward, farewells are occasions when you share your thoughts, you share what you feel for the honorable judges who have not just delivered justice, but who have been so integrally a part of this great institution of which we are all proud of. Farewells are those occasions to say things which have remained in your heart for years, but you wish to convey them to these judges. And I think this is the right occasion to not just tell Honorable Justice Vikramjit Sen what he has contributed to this institution, but to all the judges who are here, that what you mean to the SCBA, and we are part of your family, sir. Thank you for being present and making this occasion so very special for us. Now I would request the President of the SCBA, Mr. Ajit Kumar Sinha, to kindly give his welcome address. Well, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. The Vice President, Mr. Ajit Kumar Sinha, to give his welcome address. Someday you would be the President. That's why it slipped out. Thank you.
Let us not be falsely elated. And I believe in the truth and reality which I perceive for the present. Thank you very much. Good evening and a hearty welcome by the newly elected members and office bearers of the Supreme Court Bar Association. We are really happy to welcome all of you on this occasion to bid a farewell to Honorable Justice Vikramjit Sen. Our Chief Justice T.S. Thakur, the guardian of the institution where the bar and bench exists, the guest of honor Justice Sen, honorable judges of the Supreme Court, executive members and office bearers of the Supreme Court Bar Association, members of the fraternity, senior advocates, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, we have assembled here to bid a farewell. But it's not a farewell because his judgments will keep us reminding, because being a court of record is never a farewell. We will always cite his judgments, and some of the landmark judgments I'll refer in brief. Before that, I must tell you Justice Sen is a Delhi-based person, and he is actually a sports person. His activities in sports is well known. He was the captain for both basketball and tennis. But above all, he is an accomplished golfer. Now he will have enough time to play golf in Delhi Golf Club. He has the distinction of playing with Tiger Woods, and that is something very, very rare. But be that as it may, some of the judgments which he has delivered in brief, since it is getting late, I was told to be brief. I'll refer 2-3 judgments. There are umpteen number of judgments, which really is a landmark. The first and foremost in my mind is the judgment delivered in Negotiable Instruments Act 138. Almost 38 lakhs judgments were pending on this issue of jurisdiction and other issue on 138. He settled the law. Not only settled the law, if you read the judgment, you will see what language, literature and precision follows in the judgment. It's something I'll look forward every member of the bar to read it time and again. It's wonderful. There he settled the law with regard to jurisdiction and said that the complainant cannot choose his jurisdiction and impose upon others. This will certainly curtail the mammoth pendency vis-a-vis Negotiable Instrument Act. One of the judgment related to public prosecutors in state of UP, where he said, even though the state has the power to appoint public prosecutor or officers to represent state, but the criteria should be laid down, and he actually laid down the criteria. It can't be a forensic thing. It has to be tested. It has to be coupled with guidelines. And otherwise what will happen? Nothing will remain static and people will be every day cursing the system itself.